Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of our video series on why humans suffer in this life. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, please do check it out first. It lays the foundation for everything we are discussing today. In this video, we're going to explore several more reasons behind our hardships, and I promise to explain each idea in simple language with plenty of examples. Let's dive in. Lack of light causes darkness. One major reason many people experience suffering is that they sometimes choose darkness over light. When I say light, I mean a life filled with hope, positivity, and faith. When someone stops believing in a higher power or loses hope, it can lead to deep emotional struggles. For example, studies by the World Health Organization reveal that over 264 million people worldwide suffer from anxiety disorders and more than 300 million battle depression. These numbers show just how common psychological suffering is in today's world. Research has also found that practices like prayer, meditation, and community worship can help reduce stress and improve mental health. It's like turning on a lamp in a dark room. The light of faith and hope helps dispel the shadows of anxiety and despair. By choosing to live in the light, we open ourselves to support, love, and a sense of purpose that can significantly ease these burdens. Divine love and favor, trials for the beloved. Another idea that many hold dear is that the hardships we face are not signs of abandonment, but rather expressions of divine love. There's a common saying, trials are for those dear to God. This means that the difficulties we encounter are like special challenges given to us because God cares about our growth and wants to help us become stronger. Think about it like a coach pushing athletes during training. When athletes train, they sometimes face grueling, exhausting sessions that seem overly tough at first. But this tough love is exactly what builds their strength, discipline, and resilience. In a similar way, God's trials help refine our character and prepare us for a more promising future in both this life and the hereafter. Many religious traditions share stories, like Abraham's test of faith, illustrating that our trials are a way of nurturing our inner strength and deepening our spiritual connection. Inevitability of suffering in a finite, changing world. Our world is constantly in motion, and nothing remains the same forever. Because our time here is limited and everything around us is temporary, some amount of suffering is simply an unavoidable part of life. Imagine life as a journey on a roller coaster with its inevitable ups and downs. Consider the example of a coach in sports. Athletes are pushed to their limits through rigorous training, knowing that each tough session prepares them for peak performance during competition. Just like that, the challenges we face, whether physical pain, emotional loss, or unexpected setbacks, are natural parts of our finite, ever-changing existence. These hardships remind us that our struggles are not random. They are woven into the fabric of our lives. Accepting this inevitability helps us see that even the toughest moments have meaning and are part of a bigger, divine design. A catalyst for personal and social transformation. Sometimes, the most challenging experiences in our lives serve as powerful catalysts for change. When we face serious hardships, they can force us to pause and re-examine our lives, priorities, and the way we treat ourselves and others. Think of a person who has experienced a significant personal crisis, a loss, a failure, or a deep emotional hurt. Such a crisis might prompt that person to rebuild relationships, seek forgiveness, or even change their career path. On a broader scale, these individual transformations can ripple out and lead to positive changes within entire communities. By sharing stories of overcoming adversity, people can inspire others to make changes in their own lives. In this way, suffering often becomes the spark for both personal growth and social improvement, guiding us toward a more compassionate and purposeful existence. Punishment for our misbehaviors. A wake-up call. Consider how loving parents sometimes discipline their children. They might take away a favorite toy or restrict TV time, not out of anger, but to guide them toward better behavior and a brighter future. Although such punishments may feel unfair in the moment, they are meant to help the child learn valuable lessons and grow into a better person. Similarly, many believe that the hardships we experience are like divine wake-up calls. They are not meant to punish us harshly, but to correct our course and encourage us to live more faithfully. Through these challenges, our souls are cleared, and we learn important lessons that we might not have otherwise understood. It's a bit like a coach's stern advice that later proves to be the key to an athlete's success. Although we may not appreciate these moments as they happen, over time, we often come to see that such divine discipline is an act of love, a way to prepare us for an even greater future both in this life and beyond. Serving as an example for others to appreciate God's blessings. Sometimes, we see people who suffer greatly, such as those born with disabilities or who face hardships from a very young age. When we witness their struggles, it often stirs a deep sense of gratitude within us for the blessings we enjoy, like good health or a stable life. This observation serves as a powerful reminder to remember God and appreciate the gifts we have been given. Imagine being offered a choice: receive $100 today, or endure a year of challenges and hardships to eventually receive $7 million. While $100 might be immediately gratifying, most of us would see the value in enduring temporary difficulties for the promise of a far greater reward later on. This analogy is similar to how our life's challenges work. When we see someone enduring hardship, we are reminded that our own blessings are not to be taken for granted and that these hardships can help us grow closer to God. Not only does this realization encourage us to be thankful and humble, but it also benefits the person who suffers. Many believe that those who endure difficulties with patience and faith are being prepared for a much higher reward in the hereafter, a reward that far exceeds the comforts we experience in this world. In this way, our act of remembering and appreciating God not only enriches our own lives, but also reflects a divine plan where every challenge has a purpose. By valuing these lessons, we support the idea that both the observer and the one who suffers are touched by God's grace, leading to a deeper connection with Him and a promise of immense blessings in the future. Thank you so much for joining me for part 2 of our series on why humans suffer in this life. Today we explored several key reasons behind our hardships, from choosing to live in darkness instead of embracing light, to experiencing trials as signs of divine love, accepting the natural ups and downs of a finite world, and even facing wake-up calls designed to guide us toward a better future. I hope that these detailed explanations and examples have helped clarify each point and provided you with comfort and new insights. Please share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more content, and remember to watch part 1 if you haven't already. Take care, and I'll see you in our next video.